I'm Yasmin.
I'm George. This is Unedited.
Welcome to Unedited. I am so excited to be here today because I have an extra special guest with us today, and his name is
George Chick.
Oh,
da, da, da.
da, 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 da. Also known as my son, my youngest son, right?
Yes.
Do you like being the youngest?
I don't really notice a difference, honestly.
I guess it's all you know.
Yeah.
So, Unedited doesn't know you.
Yes.
So tell us a fun fact about yourself.
Well, I do enjoy playing video games with my friends and talking to my friends a lot.
Good. Video games are popular, yep.
And I do sometimes like playing sports with my friends, but they are really competitive, all of them. All the boys are.
What sports? What sports?
Sometimes we do ultimate
frisbee?
Yeah, ultimate frisbee, and there's one other.
Basketball?
Basketball and
It's not a big deal.
ultimate rugby.
Oh, rugby. Oh, my. Ultimate rugby. Rugby is already violent.
No, it's like, so you have like a volleyball, and then basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to get it into the soccer nets, and you have it in your hand. But you can also get tagged out. So if somebody tags you, you don't have the ball anymore, and that team gets it. So basically, you're trying to. There's a goal
with your hands or with your feet.
With your hands. And you can dribble it, and there is no certain amount of steps. That's only in the competitive one.
So did you guys make this game up yourselves?
Yes.
Oh, so it's like a playground rules apply thing.
We usually do it in the gym, and then we always play ball tag, which it gets pretty toxic.
Toxic. Yeah. Just because everybody wants to win?
Well, you can't really win. They just don't want to be it.
Oh, right. I hated being it, actually.
And there's always a set target. We always say there's a bounty on this person's head. Like, there's a bounty on James's head.
A bounty?
Yes. So basically,
so you're like trying to kill these people.
So if you tag them, basically, they get the ball, and there's another bounty, which it doesn't really do anything for the bounty, but it's a target, basically.
Wow. That's a lot of details about your games.
Yes.
What else? Okay, so you like video games, you like playing with your friends, you like some sports when they're not competitive. What else? Do you play any instruments?
Oh yeah, I do play bass guitar, actually.
Yeah, you're still learning, right?
Yes.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, very, very, very.
Good.
And I also do like talking to people a lot.
Yeah, you talk a lot.
I talk to random strangers at the movie theaters before.
He does. Yeah, he does.
I made a joke to a guy at the movie theater.
Yeah, Spider-Man, right? When we went to Spider-Man, Yeah, he just randomly talks to people. But the cool thing about that is they always really like talking to you. Yes. And I mean, we are supposed to be friendly to people, right?
Yes.
So that's good. Okay, so one thing that I'd like to say that I know about you.
Oh, no.
is that you're a prankster.
Yes.
You like to play pranks on people. You like to watch videos about pranking people.
That's me.
So hopefully Ashley will be able to add this photo later so that it makes more sense. I'm sure she'll be able to. But this one day, I'm at home, and he screams from upstairs and says, "Mom, come quick! The toilet is smoking." So I run upstairs as fast as I can, and I'm really confused because how can a toilet smoke? That was like the weirdest thing. And I walk into the room, and the toilet looks like it has a cigarette hanging out of it, and it's got eyeballs. So it looks like it is smoking. Anyways.
Yes. And the picture might be right here, too.
Hopefully we'll get enough.
Yeah, around here.
Yeah, Ashley can do it. She can do anything, so it's good.
And then,
on your hands.
Then we'll put it on the screen, so zoom it in.
In the news, I'm excited about this because who knows where this is going to go.
News.
I have news.
Yes.
News. So what would you like to talk about? This is you episode, since you're our special guest.
Yes.
What is something that's happening in the world that people might want to talk about?
Well, I did see a lot of stuff on social media that Elon Musk just bought Twitter.
Did he though?
Yes.
Okay, because Dad was saying that like Snoop Dogg might be in it.
Snoop Dogg are trying to, they're trying to compete who's going to get Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And,
why does he want Twitter? Like
And at first he didn't know why he actually got it. Somebody asked him why, and he's like, I don't know. And then
he said, I don't know.
Yeah, he said, I don't know, on live TV. And then next, he wanted to make a lot of people that couldn't talk because they got, obviously, like, kicked, like Donald Trump.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
Yes.
I'm allowed to talk on Twitter. Oh, so like freedom of speech, basically.
So, yeah.
He wants anyone to be able to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Or he just had nothing better to do with his trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you want to talk about him? Do you like this guy, or like why are you so interested in him?
I started paying it more and more attention at him because I did really like his cars that he made, like the automatic.
Tesla?
And it can go on autopilot too.
Yeah.
And that's really like futuristic, and I bet like
it is futuristic, kind of.
A lot of cars in like the future are obviously going to probably be electric, and there's probably going to be most cars electric, and then
I think so. I think there'll be a day, right, where everything's
Yes.
electric. We won't need fuel. Man, gas is so expensive right now. It'd be really nice to have an electric car, right?
Yeah, they raised the Vin Diesel up to like
The Vin Diesel.
I don't know, $200.
You have to remember that all these people don't know your silly jokes,
Yes,
right? So
you'll get it if you get it.
you'll get it if you get it. Anyway, so this is the man. So how did he get all of his millions and millions and millions of dollars? Do you know anything about him?
Well, he first started getting a lot of money off of Tesla, but he first created a sample of a Tesla in his garage as a kid. Like,
As a kid?
Yeah, when he not really a kid, but he was like a young adult. Like,
Yeah.
he was like
He was young.
20, yeah. And then he slowly progressed to go higher and higher, and then made an actual model of a car. And then it started off with the Tesla Model 3, which there is no other Tesla models. There's only Tesla 3, Tesla Model 3, and then Model X, Model S, Model Y, and the Roadster.
Okay. So why isn't there a Model 1?
I actually have no clue.
He just went straight to 3 and then he started using letters.
Yeah,
That's interesting. We might need to look that up.
Model 3.
Interesting. Good. So what does this mean to you, though? Like Twitter, you're not even on Twitter.
Well, I just look at tweets.
You look at tweets.
Yeah,
Whose tweets?
Mostly the YouTubers that I watch.
Oh, right, of course. Because
And
they
then-
probably talk about Twitter on your YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do follow Elon Musk on it too.
Awesome.
And I don't go on TikTok as much as my brother.
We're not even discussing, brother.
Okay,
Okay, so I got a question for you. They say that he has so much money that he could actually end world hunger.
Yes.
Do you believe that? Like, Dad said to me that he could give everybody $1 million and he'd still be wealthy. Everyone.
And he would still be the richest man in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's strange that he doesn't do something with his money? Besides buy Twitter?
I heard that he's trying to buy other, like, social medias and famous, like, companies, like, stuff like that. And they're also, so then he can get more and more money. And then apparently he was going to, after that, he was going to give a lot to charity. And he already has.
Oh,
actually.
he gives lots to charity, don't get me wrong.
Yes,
he
he
totally
does.
does. But it's kind of crazy to think that one person has that amount of money, don't you think?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, so great chat. That was awesome.
Yes.
It's something you know. Are you going to have a Tesla one day?
Would try, but I also really do like, my favorite car is a McLaren 720S, and that is my favorite car.
Interesting. I didn't even know that. You've never told me that.
Well,
I thought you wanted a Tesla.
well, now you know.
No, I know. Okay.
Well, and the only Tesla I would really actually get would be the
Which one?
Roadster, is because the wheel is different. It kind of looks in the Batman movie with the Batmobile, like
Yeah.
the wheel like is like a bat symbol. But it is like that. It's like when you go to the arcades, like, and you're driving like the Mario Kart, it has like that round wheels.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not round. It's like curved kind of thing, and then you're holding like the sides. It's like that.
That's what theirs has.
Yeah, and also autopilot, you can choose on the website, Tesla.com, and literally get it delivered to your house. And it will park right in your driveway. It will, yeah, it will.
Yeah, because you use it by an app or something, you control it, right?
No, they will use it for you. And it will sense where the driveway ends are. So it will just park right in your driveway. It might park right in the middle. That's not that convenient. But,
well, clearly I have to learn a lot more about Teslas.
And that's only if you buy autopilot with it. You have to, it's an add-on. You have to buy it. Yeah.
I'm sure there's people out here that are watching that know tons about cars are going to have tons of questions. So we'll just see what comes out of this, hey?
Yes.
Okay, so now we went in the city because we let you choose what you wanted to do.
Yes.
So we're going to check out this video and we'll be right back. Down by River Landing.
It was.
Except...
Well, on the first day.
We picked the coldest day to go.
And then when we were going to the car, it started pouring. And then right when we got in, it...
downpoured.
Yep.
Downpoured.
Yeah.
But what I will say, though, is that the little spray park is really nice for kids.
Yes.
It's beautiful down there. You can get, like, food down there. You can rent mopeds down there. Yes. We were sitting at a table with, like, a checkerboard. So you could, like, play checkers or chess. Or
with your fries.
With your fries and your burgers, which we had, which were delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Very good.
Very good. And the fries. But we were so cold that what were you doing?
I was hiding in the bathroom because I was so cold.
Well, not really hiding, but you had to stay in the bathroom until our food was ready.
Yeah, because I was wearing a sweater, and that's it. I didn't bring a jacket because I thought I wasn't going to be going outside, and I didn't think at that time it would be cold, which I was praying about it at school, and then
it was.
Yes,
it didn't work.
Yep.
So we went for a lunch date is what we did that day to do something different.
Yes.
We picked you up from school and we went. And the whole reason we wanted to go was not just to go and explore downtown.
To race.
No. Oh, on to race.
Up the stairs.
I don't want to discuss the race.
Because you lost.
I lost twice.
Yes.
I know, that's not good. No.
It is good for me.
It's good for you.
It's a downgrade for you, but an upgrade for me.
I still think it's to do with my shoes.
Because the people are going to like me more.
Okay, that's fine. Yes. Anyways, the whole reason we went down there was because Dole Whip is there now, which is like a big major deal, right?
Yes.
And so everybody seems to love Dole Whip. So we went down there, but it was so cold, we didn't get Dole Whip because it would have just been not so good.
And it would have been water because the rain would have just ruined it, yeah.
But you felt a little ripped off. So today... We went and got a Dole Whip because the sun was out, and we went and had one, and it was absolutely delicious. Ashley was right.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really good. What flavor did you get?
I got vanilla and...
Raspberry?
Strawberry? No, raspberry.
Raspberry, yeah.
Raspberry.
And he doesn't do a cone. You got to write in the comments, do you get it in a cup or a cone?
Well...
Because I'm all about the cone, and he is not about the cone.
You got a cone, and you got a cone.
Ashley got a cone.
And I still got more.
Oh yeah, he
Because the bowl.
figured that you got more.
Because
So you have to write in the comments if you want a cone or a cup.
Well, I guess because the bowl, you can't just like swirl it like a cone, because wouldn't it just all like melt, right? Like at the bottom.
I guess I don't really think about it.
Like and then I took a big scoop after perfecting my ice cream, and then there was a hole down the middle, and I was like, "What is this?"
Well, it's because they go like this to do that perfect spinning thing, and then the little thing at the top. Anyways, it's awesome. You got to check out River Landing. I highly recommend. Saskatoon's beautiful. You don't have to spend money, obviously. You can go for a bike ride, a run, a walk. Take your kids down there. When the weather warms up, the spray park is awesome down there as well. There's even an entertainment area that we saw that has live music and different dance groups and stuff like that throughout the year. So I highly recommend checking out River Landing. Okay, so we have started this new series in the book of John, and we've only had the last 2 episodes in John, but we've gotten to a place where we're talking about John the Baptist, and he is baptizing people all over the place. I mean, even Jesus got baptized.
Yes.
And so it brought up a bunch of questions, because there's a lot of people who don't know if they should get baptized, if they were baptized as babies versus adults, and there's just all these different questions. And so it was absolutely perfect timing for us to discuss this today, because George got baptized last weekend at our church. He made this big decision to get baptized. So I want to ask you, how did you know that it was time to get baptized?
I just felt that when I stopped like going to church in COVID, that it kind of reminded me that God was saying that I should have got baptized. And I should get baptized.
You like regretted not doing it before?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does baptism mean to you? Like, what's different now?
So I felt like I had a fresh new start, and I could start everything great and end it off great and keep going great. Because I was doing better at home and school, and I felt like it would have been a nice thing to get baptized.
So is the baptism about you?
Well, some of it was, but most of it was about me wanting to follow Jesus more.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And wanting to go to church more and...
So do you think you'll be perfect now? Now that you've been baptized, do you think you'll be perfect?
Well, perfect is a really strong word.
It is a strong word.
Yes, and obviously no one can be perfect.
Yeah.
But you can at least do your best. You can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the best you are.
So what's crazy is, I got baptized later in life. So I was in my 30s when I got baptized, and I got baptized with my husband and with my oldest daughter. And I had a lot of questions. And one of the big questions is, like, what does it feel like to go under the water? Is that scary when you have to like get completely dunked under the water and brought up?
No, it wasn't that part. I was really nervous at the start. I was shaking. My legs were, and then I started walking on the stage, and then I went in the water, and I felt way more confident because we prayed for it, about it, and I was super confident, and I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be like falling apart.
It is nerve-wracking though. I was
thought
nervous
I was
too.
gonna like collapse, but no, I didn't. That would have been bad.
So a lot of people ask me a lot of times about getting baptized when they're babies versus adults and stuff like that. And I'm not going to go into like a ton of detail with it, but that is more common in different denominations, especially Catholic denominations. They often do that. What we believe here is that it's a confession of your faith. It's something that you're going to announce and start to change your life, start to live for Jesus. And so sometimes this takes time to figure that out, if that's what you want to do, if that's the commitment you want. So a lot of times people might have been baptized quite young and will get baptized again when they get to this point, and that's okay. In our church, we would do a baby dedication. So we would dedicate babies to our church. But baptism becomes part of your choice. And there is no right or wrong age. That would have to depend on the person. But basically, you're confessing your faith, which you had done. You had confessed that you believe in Jesus, that you wanted to feel that you wanted to be closer to him and to follow him. And the water is representing that you're dying. And I know that sounds really drastic, but it's basically like you're dying to your old self and you're coming up into this new self, this new way of living, this new life following Jesus. And George said to me many times that he didn't think that he was good enough to get baptized because, you know, I don't have all my ducks in a row. Nothing's perfect yet. Maybe you're have a disaster going on in your life, circumstances, maybe you lie, maybe you, whatever it is. It could be small little things, but it's okay. You don't have to be, right? Like there is no, am I good enough? Like, of course you are. Jesus died for you. Jesus came to this earth for you, and he wants you to follow him. And so we're going to learn to do that together now, right?
Yes.
So you've made this confession in front of your church, in front of your family, and now we're going to live for Jesus, right?
Yes.
So what does living for Jesus look like in your world?
Well, living for Jesus in my world looks like going to church. And
so why church? Why would you go to a building? Because he's referring to a building, right? Like going to a building each week. Why does that make you feel good? Why do you like coming to the church?
I like going to the church and youth because I feel like I'm actually getting taught a valuable lesson and like getting taught some words that mean something to me.
Well, it's from the Bible, so it's this truth, right? And youth's really cool, or church, whichever you're doing, because the pastors often explain what those stories mean, because that's what we're trying to do on Unedited. Some of them, you read them and you're like, oh my goodness, like what does this even mean? And they're teaching you those things, right?
Yes.
What about music? Like, why would you want to be part of the worship team? What does that have to do with church?
Well, being part of the worship team, trying to raise my confidence on things.
Yeah, for you.
And not being nervous at a lot of things. And being able to play with the worship team really does mean something because thousands of people do go to the church, and even if they don't go to the church, they watch online, and it makes me feel special that and seeing me on camera and seeing that I'm actually worshiping God. And
that's the key part, right? That you get to be a part of that. You get to lead people in worshiping God through music, because we know there's all different ways to worship, but that's one of them. What about the people? Do you enjoy seeing people like of all ages and hanging out? And, and you said in the baptism tank that one of your favorite things to do was to what? To serve here, right? What do you do at our church?
I serve upstairs for kids ministry, and I have been serving for a while. And
why do you do it? Why do you like it?
I do like helping out, and
me too.
I do like actually doing something with my life and actually helping out, so it makes times easier for other people and stuff like that. So
if someone was to ask you, like, I would like to come to church, or I don't understand who Jesus is, what would you say to them? How would you explain what we do on the weekends and how we live for Jesus?
Well,
would you recommend it?
Yes.
And why would you recommend it?
Because in my eyes, when you worship Jesus more and pray more and listen to his word more, it makes you really know the meaning of why you're here.
That's very true.
Life.
Yeah.
And
that's really good. Awesome. Well, it's really exciting that you got to be here and that we got to talk about your baptism.
Yes.
Would you like to close our time on Unedited with praying for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah? Would you do that? And then we can cheers and say goodbye?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Let's pray.
Okay. Jesus, I hope that everybody watching and everybody here has a very good time and has a good day watching this video, and makes people feel better and cheering up their day. And in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Awesome. Are you ready to call it quits?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you drink before. Okay, ready? Thanks for joining us on Unedited. You got this. Okay?
All right, in the news.
News! You like to talk, man.
Yes, and I'm also way funnier than Ethan. There's a hair on your cup. Make sure to show that in the video.
Okay, let's try. Stop and just cheers me. Ready? Cheers!
Cheers!
Thanks for joining us on Unedited.
That's funny.
You're so annoying. It's being recorded. Like, leave it.